Hey everyone, I have an amazing ancient text to share with you that has everything to do with the war that we are currently in. And I'll get to that in a couple minutes. But first, I just want to share with you a quick update on some stuff that came up since I made the last update just a couple of hours ago, things that I really thought were important to share with you. First of all, I wanted to share this with you. Hold on a sec. This is a photo of a family, and this is a family that was killed today in Beit Shemesh. Look at this: a father and his wife and their 4 beautiful children. We talked about the ballistic missile attack that hit the town of Beit Shemesh today, the town that I live in, and here you have this beautiful family that was lost. So please, say a prayer for their loved ones, for their extended family, and for the people of Beit Shemesh and the people of Israel. This was. It's a very dark moment for us here. Now, at the same time, we see that the Iranians are pretty brutal in what they're trying to do. They're not being all that successful. They're getting a few missiles through. One of them was, of course, the missile that landed in Beit Shemesh and killed those people. But another tactic that they use is the use of cluster munitions. Take a look at this video footage that was taken. There's a missile up there, and you see it splitting. Here, take a look.
Oh, it's a cluster.
This is video footage
of
it's
a cluster
missile, and it's split in the air, and you see all of the other smaller munitions that all emerged from the original cluster bomb. So that's not something you see every day, and it just shows you how they're willing to use munitions that a lot of countries ban. Not all countries ban them, but they are especially dangerous because they split. It's a splitting head it's a splitting warhead, and it turns into a lot of smaller rockets. It makes it much harder to defend for obvious reasons. Now, we also have been seeing that these attacks on civilian targets in all the countries that Iran is attacking, not just Israel. The Iranians insist that they're only attacking military targets. In an earlier update, I read a news item from WANA, from the Iranian state media, that gave a list of all the targets in the various countries in the region, and all they listed were U.S. military installations or Israeli military installations. But here, take a look. To those claiming that Iran is solely and exclusively targeting U.S. bases in the region, here's a list comprised by CENTCOM of a dozen civilian targets attacked by the Islamic Republic. Dubai International Airport, Zayed International Airport in Dubai, Fairmont Palm Hotel in Dubai, Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai, the Port of Dubai, the Crown Plaza Hotel in Bahrain, the residential area of Era Views Towers in Bahrain, residential areas in Qatar, Erbil International Airport in Iraq, Kuwait International Airport, residential areas in Beit Shemesh, that's what hit us today, and residential areas in Tel Aviv. The Islamic Republic has attacked 10 different countries in the past 36 hours. They've attacked 10 different countries in the past 36 hours, which leads me to a source that I wanted to share with you. And this is pretty remarkable. This is what I'm going to share with you, comes from an ancient rabbinic text. It's over 1,000 years old. It was compiled for the first time in the 9th century, but it contains teachings that go back way further, that go way back into the Talmudic era. And it's called the Psikta Rabbati. And it's a kind of midrash. And in it, we have this fascinating passage about the period right before the coming of the Messiah. And it says as follows. It says, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, Rabbi Yitzchak said, the year that the King Messiah will be revealed, all the kings of all the nations of the world will be struggling, meaning they'll be in conflict with each other. And we see that we live right now in a world where there's lots of conflicts, lots of wars going on. We're kind of in the middle of World War III. The king of Persia will antagonize or attack the king of Arabia. Okay, there will be tension between the king of Persia and the king of Arabia. The Persians are currently attacking all the Arabian countries, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. All the Arabian countries are now being attacked by Persia. And the king of Arabia will go to Edom. Now, Edom is identified in rabbinic text. Edom usually refers to the west. usually refers to the Western powers. Okay, that's who's identified by in these rabbinic texts as Edom. So you have here that Persia will be attacking the Arabs, and the head of the Arabians will go to Edom to counsel, to take counsel with him about what to do. And the king of Persia will be trying to destroy the entire world, and all the nations of the world will be in a tumult, and they'll be all confused, and they'll be falling on their faces, and they'll be stressed out, and they'll be tense, like it says like the contractions of a birthing mother. And Israel will also be in a tumult and will be confused and will say, where should we go? Where should we go? And God says to them, my children, have no fear. All that I have done for you. You have nothing to fear. The time of your redemption is at hand. And it will not be like the first redemption. The first redemption ended up having more exile and more subjugation under other nations after it. But this redemption will not have any pain or any subjugation after it. So that is a fascinating text I wanted to share with you, because it speaks specifically about a time period when the whole world is being threatened by the king of Persia. The king of Persia is attacking Arabia, and Arabia is getting into league, getting into partnership together with Edom to decide what to do about Persia. And it's literally, you could have pulled it out of the headlines today. And meanwhile, Israel is told by God, don't worry, everything is happening for you. Now, you might wonder, what time period in history could this be speaking about, if not ours? Think about it. There's no way anyone in the ancient world, any nation, could have threatened the entire world. And how would Arabia and Edom get together when Persia is attacking Arabia? These are things that never took place in history until this week, really, until today. So just wanted to share that with you. We might be living in some very, we know we're living in significant times, but sometimes when we look in these ancient texts, we can see some things that help us make sense of them. I'll leave you with this just to finish off this short update. And this is a pretty incredible thing that happened, which is that Prime Minister Netanyahu made a speech where he called on the Iranian people to rise up. Well, it turns out that somebody hacked Iranian state media, and while people were watching TV in Iran, they were watching state TV, suddenly it switched to Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech. Take a look at this. This is an Iranian sitting at home and recording what is on their television. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, this one. Here we go.
בימים הקרובים נכה באלפי מטרות של משטר הטרור. אנחנו ניצור את התנאים לעם האיראני.
And it has Persian subtitles.
לשחרר את עצמו מכבלי הרודנות. ולכן אני שוב פונה אליכם, אזרחי איראן.
He says, I'm calling upon you, citizens of Iran. Don't miss this opportunity. This is an opportunity that comes along once in a generation. He was saying this in Israel in Hebrew, and they broadcast it onto Iranian state TV. They hacked into Iranian state TV, and people saw Prime Minister Netanyahu on their TV screens in Iran calling upon them to rise up. We certainly live in incredible, incredible times. All right, God bless everyone. Stay safe.